Good evening and welcome to News Tonight, where we get you the biggest news and events through the day from India and across the world. I'm Tina Jha. Let's take a look at what's making headlines this Saturday evening. Sanitary napkins kept out of tax ambit. 28 GST Council meet cuts tax rates on many daily use items. Items like washing machines, ACs, refrigerators, TV and vacuum cleaners to be taxed at 18% instead of the earlier 28%. Simpler returns filing process approved. Raising farmer incomes is the government's topmost priority, says Prime Minister Modi at farmers' rally in Uttar Pradesh. Targets opposition Congress, asserts its leaders had no reason for bringing no confidence motion against his government. Prime Minister Modi launches emergency ambulance service in Sri Lanka via video conferencing. Underscores that India fulfilled promise to complete project in a timely manner. Calls initiative a major achievement in Indo-Lankan relations. Rahul Gandhi's remarks on Rafale deal lowered his credibility, hurt Indian politicians globally, writes Union Minister Arun Jaitely. Reminds Congress President that facts are sacrosanct, criticizes him for concocting conversation with French President Macron. And in the Women's Hockey World Cup in England, India draws their first match against the hosts 1-1. Will take on world number 16 Ireland on the 26th of July in their Pool B match. Sanitary napkins will be exempt from the goods and services tax. The decision was taken in the 28th GST Council meeting on Saturday. Sanitary pads were placed in the 12% tax slab when the GST was implemented in July last year. The move was severely criticized, with activists and NGOs pointing out that only 12% of menstruating women in India could afford sanitary napkins. Premium under the Ayushman Bharat Health Scheme is also exempted from the GST. Revising GST rates of several items, the Council has brought items like refrigerators, lithium-ion batteries, hair dryers and paints in the 18% slab from the earlier 28% tax slab. The Council also decided to simplify the tax return process. The next GST Council meeting will be held on the 4th of August.
मैं समझता हूं मेरी सभी बहनें माताओं को खुशी होगी जानकर के सैनिटरी पैड्स के ऊपर 100% एग्जेम्पशन करते हुए शून्य रेट पे सैनिटरी पैड्स को लाया गया है और अब सैनिटरी पैड्स के ऊपर कोई भी प्रकार का जीएसटी नहीं लगेगा। रेफ्रिजरेटर्स और अदर रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इक्विपमेंट, वाटर कूलर, मिल्क कूलर, लेदर इंडस्ट्री का रेफ्रिजरेटिंग इक्विपमेंट, आइसक्रीम फ्रीजर, ये जो एक मध्यम वर्ग को बहुत बड़े रूप में इंपैक्ट करते हैं और महिलाओं के लिए आर्टिकल सच एज सेंट्स, परफ्यूम्स, टॉयलेट स्प्रेज, पाउडर पफ्स एंड कॉस्मेटिक्स या टॉयलेट प्रिपरेशंस, सभी राज्यों की इच्छा थी कि इन आइटम्स के रेट कम किए जाएं जिससे मध्यम वर्गीय परिवारों को राहत मिले। तो इन सब के रेट 28% से 18% किए गए हैं। जो आयुष्मान भारत के तहत जो प्रीमियम दी जाएगी उस पे जीएसटी को एग्जेम्प्ट किया गया है। तो जो स्वास्थ्य की सेवाओं के लिए इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी राज्य सरकारें लेंगे उसको भी जीएसटी से एग्जेम्प्ट किया गया है।
A day after defeating the opposition's no confidence motion in Parliament, Prime Minister Modi addressed a farmers' rally in Uttar Pradesh Shahjahanpur district, a prominent cane-growing district in the state. Targeting the opposition over its purpose in bringing the motion, Prime Minister Modi also highlighted initiatives taken by his government to benefit sugarcane farmers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday called farmers the top priority of his government. Addressing farmers in UP's Shahjahanpur, he listed out the centre's steps for the welfare of sugarcane farmers. Prime Minister Modi mentioned in this regard raising the hike in sugarcane price to 275 rupees per quintal, about 80% more than the cost of production. He also said his government has imposed 100% import duty on sugar and encouraged production of ethanol from molasses and sugarcane juice to benefit the farmers.
प्रति क्विंटल पर 5.5 रुपए की अतिरिक्त मदद सीधे किसानों के खाते में जमा करने का भी हमने फैसला किया, वरना पहले पैसे चीनी मिलों को दिया जाता था। हमने कहा नहीं, हम तो सीधा किसान के खाते में जमा करेंगे ताकि किसान को उसका हक मिल जाए। कई गुना से अधिक की बढ़ोतरी।
Prime Minister Modi targeted the opposition, saying that when they were in power, they did nothing for farmers. He said they were running after the Prime Minister's chair, ignoring the plight of the farmers and the weaker sections of the society.
तो कुछ लोग आज किसानों के नाम पे जो घड़ियाली आंसू बहा रहे हैं ना, ये करने के लिए उनको भी मौका था, लेकिन वो घड़ियाली आंसू बहाने वाली सरकारों को आपके लिए निर्णय करने की फुर्सत नहीं थी, चिंता नहीं थी। आपको पता चल गया वो कुर्सी के लिए कैसे दौड़ रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री की कुर्सी के सिवाय उनको कुछ नहीं दिखता है। किसान में वो ताकत।
Prime Minister Modi also took a dig at Congress President Rahul Gandhi for what he termed as the unwanted hug. Taking a jibe at the opposition parties for the no-confidence motion, he said that the coming together of many parties against the BJP will only help the lotus bloom.
मेरा काम कर दिया, लेकिन कुछ दल कहते हैं उनको मोदी पर विश्वास नहीं है। केंद्र में ऐतिहासिक जनादेश देकर के आपने जो सरकार बनाई है, उस पर उनको विश्वास नहीं है कि भाई बताओ तो सही, ये अविश्वास का कारण क्या है, जरा बताओ तो। अब जब कारण नहीं बता पाए तो गले पड़ गए। कोई दल, और अब तो एक दल नहीं, दल के साथ दल, दल के साथ दल। जब दल के साथ दल हो तो दलदल हो जाता है, दलदल हो जाता है। और जितना ज्यादा दलदल होता है, उतना ज्यादा कमल खिलता है।
Farmers from adjoining districts also attended the rally in large numbers. This was Prime Minister Modi's third visit to UP in less than a month. He had addressed public rallies and unveiled development projects in Azamgarh, Mirzapur and Varanasi last week. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. Prime Minister Modi also launched a countrywide emergency ambulance service for Sri Lanka. Addressing the inaugural function via video conference from New Delhi, the Prime Minister said India will also stand by its neighbour in good times and bad. The Prime Minister also added that the event marks another major achievement in the partnership between India and Sri Lanka.
India is happy to work together with you for wiping tears from the past and ushering in a bright future. It is not just a coincidence that India had the privilege to be Sri Lanka's partner in establishing this first responder service and in its expansion. In good times and bad, India has been and will always be the first responder for Sri Lanka. During my visit to Sri Lanka last year, I had promised the friendly people of Sri Lanka that India will work for expanding the pre-hospital emergency ambulance service all over Sri Lanka. I am happy that India has completed its promise in a timely manner, and we have marked today
the beginning of the second phase of the service. This event marks another major achievement in the development partnership of India and Sri Lanka.
Inaugural function was held in Jaffna of the northern province. Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who was present at the event, expressed his gratitude to India. The service has been introduced in 2 provinces of Sri Lanka with assistance from India and is being expanded to the remaining 7 provinces as well. India has given a grant of $28.8 million for the countrywide expansion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a 5-day visit to Rwanda, Uganda and South Africa from the 23rd of July to the 27th. Briefing the media on the Prime Minister's 3-nation visit, the Ministry of External Affairs announced that in the first leg of his visit, Prime Minister Modi will reach Rwanda on the 23rd of July on a 2-day visit. There, the Prime Minister will have an interaction with the Indian community. He will then depart from Rwanda to Uganda on the 24th of July, where he will call on the President. He will also address the Parliament of Uganda. And in the last leg of his visit, the Prime Minister will reach South Africa on the 25th of July to attend the 10th BRICS Summit at Johannesburg. Inclusive growth, global governance, health and vaccines, peacekeeping and sustainable development will be the core agenda of the BRICS Summit this time.
South Africa is organizing the 10th BRICS Leaders Summit under the theme BRICS in Africa, collaboration with developing countries for inclusive growth and shared prosperity in the 4th Industrial Revolution. BRICS leaders are expected to discuss, inter alia, global hotspot issues, international peace and security, global governance, trade issues, etc. during the restricted session.
Union Minister Arun Jaitly hit out at Congress President Rahul Gandhi over the allegations he made in his speech during the no-confidence debate in Parliament on Friday. In a Facebook post titled "Frivolity and the No-Confidence Motion," Arun Jaitly accused Rahul Gandhi of concocting a conversation with French President Emmanuel Macron in reference to the Rafale deal. He said the move has lowered his own credibility and seriously hurt the image of an Indian politician before the world at large. Rahul Gandhi had said in the Lok Sabha on Friday that Macron told him that there was no binding secrecy clause in the Rafale deal. The statement was denied by the French government. Jaitly also hit out at the Congress president, accusing him of trivializing the no-confidence motion debate, saying a vote of no confidence against the government is a serious business. He said those who desire to be the Prime Minister never blend ignorance, falsehood and acrobatics. And a day after the NDA government defeated the no-confidence vote in Parliament, blame game continues between the ruling BJP and the opposition parties.
I think Rahul seems to have only frivolity and flippancy and none of the qualities required to lead even a political party like the Indian National Congress. You want to gain political support. One party was already doing this. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, who knew exactly what I am saying now, has joined the same bandwagon. So I accuse Mr. Chandrababu Naidu of this political opportunism, of deliberate concoction and deliberate deception, despite knowing the full facts. I think today, even in a press conference, he was saying, I'm the senior most leader. He's certainly on matters of finance and revenue matters.
No, it is very bad. 5 crore people of Andhra Pradesh, they are deeply hurt. Their sentiments were again totally hurt the sentiments of the people.
कीमत के बारे में कोई गोपनीयता नहीं है, तो इसमें लोगों को कहीं गफलत में नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. राहुल गांधी जी ने क्लासिफाइड इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं मांगी थी, उन्होंने जहाज़ की कीमत की जानकारी मांगी थी, जिस पे फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति ने स्पष्ट रूप में कहा था ये सार्वजनिक की जा सकती, इसमें हमको कोई एतराज़ नहीं.
And time for a very short break here. News and updates will continue on the other side.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Rajya Sabha TV's YouTube channel has just crossed a new exciting milestone. It now has over 1 million subscribers. That's more than 10 lakh people who like and want to watch RSTV. Over 15 crore people have watched our videos. Our online viewers are also engaging with us more actively on YouTube. More and more people like, share and comment on our videos. We thank you, our growing tribe of RSTV viewers. We will strive every day to bring you more exciting and engaging content. So stay tuned to Rajya Sabha TV.
Welcome back. You're watching News Tonight. The Enforcement Directorate has filed a charge sheet against the son of former Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh. Charge sheet against Vikramaditya Singh was filed in a money laundering case. The charge sheet also names former Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh, his wife, among the other accused. Both are also named in a second charge sheet by the CBI in a separate case relating to the matter. The CBI had claimed that Veerbhadra Singh had amassed assets worth around 10 crore rupees, which were disproportionate to his total income during his tenure as a union minister. Special judge will hear the matter on Tuesday to decide on whether to take cognizance of the final report. BJP leader Subramaniam Swami on Saturday recorded his statement before a Delhi court in the National Herald case. The additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrate recorded a part of Swami's statement and posted the matter for further hearing on the 25th of August, when it will record the remaining part of his statement. Subramaniam Swami has accused Congress President Rahul Gandhi, his mother Sonia Gandhi, and the other accused of conspiring to cheat and misappropriate funds by paying only 50 lakh rupees, through which Young Indian Private Limited obtained the right to recover 90 crore 25 lakh rupees that Associate Journals Limited owed to the Congress. The allegations have been denied by the accused. In fact, one of the accused, senior Congress leader Motilal Vora, has also approached court seeking to restrain Subramaniam Swami from sharing information about the National Herald case on social media. Former Rajya Sabha MP Chandan Mitra, who quit the BJP last week, joined the Trinamool Congress on Saturday. In his resignation letter, Mitra had expressed unhappiness at being sidelined by the BJP in recent years. He also spoke out against some of the party's policies. 4 Congress MLAs also joined the TMC in the presence of party president and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. They include Samar Mukherjee, Abu Tahir, Sabina Yasmin and Akruzaman. The nationwide indefinite strike by transporters received a mixed response on the second day on Saturday, even as the truckers' talks with the government remained inconclusive. The strike inconvenienced lakhs of people, affecting supplies of essential items across the country. The strike was more effective in Mumbai, while in other parts of the country, including Delhi, it showed some impact. Transport unions, led by All India Motor Transport Congress, began the nationwide strike on Friday over several demands, including a cut in diesel prices and highway tolls.
डीजल का एक मुश्त रेट हो पूरे भारतवर्ष में और जीएसटी के दायरे में लाया जाए, और दूसरी हमारी मांग है टोल हटा दिए जाएं। हम उसका पैसा पूरा देने को तैयार हैं, आपको एक मुश्त तरीके से। हम कहते हैं कि आप हमसे एक मुश्त, जैसे हमारा नेशनल परमिट है उसी तरह से उसके साथ में एक मुश्त कोई रेट फिक्स कीजिए। हमसे 25-30 हज़ार करोड़ रुपए ले लीजिए आप, सरकार को भी फायदा होगा और भ्रष्टाचार भी खत्म होगा।
Heavy rains lashed parts of the National Capital Region on Saturday, bringing down the maximum temperature. The rain brought down maximum temperature to 34.4 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature was recorded at 28 degrees Celsius. However, commuters had a hard time as traffic crawled due to waterlogging in different parts of the city. The Met Department has forecast overcast skies and light to moderate rains on Sunday. Heavy rains continued to lash parts of Odisha for the second day, prompting Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik to order relief measures in the affected areas of the state. At least 2 people were killed in Rajya district of the state on Saturday morning when a wall collapsed on them due to heavy rainfall. The incident comes a day after 7 people were killed due to lightning strikes in Mayurbhanj and Balasore. The low-pressure-induced rain has led to a flood-like situation in Malkangiri and Kalahandi districts. Schools in Bhubaneswar, Cuttack and Puri remained closed today due to heavy rainfall. Union Minister Kiran Rijiju has promised more central assistance to Kerala to deal with unprecedented rains and floods. A central government's inter-ministerial team headed by a joint secretary of the Ministry of Home Affairs will be sent to Kerala to assess the quantum of damages and losses occurred in various sectors due to the rains and floods. The minister said officers from the Niti Aayog and various ministries, including finance, agriculture, health and road transport, will be part of the team. The minister also said while visiting flood-affected areas in the state. And let's now get you the monsoon situation from across the country. And on to some sports news now. India held England to a 1-1 draw played against the host in the opening match of the Women's Hockey World Cup. World number 10 India started off the World Cup campaign by taking the lead and leading 1-0. Neha Goyal scored for India in the first quarter, while England dominated the second quarter, with Owsley equalising for the hosts. India is in Pool B and will take on Ireland on the 26th of July and will play the United States on the 29th of July. And that's it from us in this bulletin. Thanks for your time.